Bem-vindos a Kings World Cup Nations Brasil 2026. As Copas do Mundo e a camisa da seleção brasileira me fazem lembrar de muitos momentos incríveis da minha carreira, em especial as Copas de 94 e 2002. Defender o futebol brasileiro não tem preço. Quando vencemos, pude levantar a taça e sentir o abraço da torcida brasileira e, ao mesmo tempo, o apoio de cada um dos meus familiares e amigos. Ganhar uma Copa do Mundo se transforma em muito mais que um campeão, se transforma numa lenda. Hoje, começamos na Kings League, uma jornada que termina com apenas uma nação coroada a melhor do mundo. Então, o melhor conselho que eu posso dar é: aproveitem o jogo, porque isso só vai acontecer uma vez. Que comece a Kings World Cup Nations. Bem-vindos ao Brasil.
They could be game changers, right? The green cards, of course, are the secret cards, and the blue cards are the presidential penalties. We'll explain that, of course, over the course of our broadcast. But in the first 5 minutes, we're going to have
2026 is underway. A race out right from the beginning. It's almost like special teams in American football to a little extent.
Yeah, what a way to kick off the competition, John. The European Classic, Italy versus France. One thing I noticed right off the get-go is the speed on the Italian Alessandro Colombo, the number 11. Hopefully we get a goal right off the get-go here.
There's a chance for the keeper, Greeley. Italy in their blue shirts. The keeper in all blacks has got a lot of space here. That's a little bit of a stumble. You might get players as our referee steps in. Doesn't have a lot to get it right below the playing surface. You've got a bit of sand, so you can get your studs caught in there, but you can use great technique, and it's all about tactics. And it's a nice little save, and the follow-up shot whacked in every minute, as you've already said.
Yeah, two outfield players right now. The last thing you want is to sink your studs into the turf and have that give you some sort of ankle or knee injury, especially on game one. That would be a disaster. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the good stuff.
Well, this is Greeley again. The keeper's seen plenty of possession and hits it low, and he scores the opening goal very, very early on. You have to say, good force here. Was that a slight deflection on its way in? He won't mind. Well, our referee is in conversation with the VAR crew. VAR, you know, we thought perhaps that we might escape VAR, but it's out there in any form of the sport, including the King's universe. And we're talking about millimeters, so that goal might get scrubbed off. Anthony, AI in use in just about everywhere, in any form of life, any form of sport. It's physically being marked out here. AI is going to play a part in deciding football decisions in the very near future.
Yeah, hopefully AI doesn't take away our jobs, my friend. I think artificial intelligence hasn't quite gotten there yet. In turf on their opening game.
We are finding out here. And after that early scare,
that's a lovely
France
ball.
now getting a control on that one. That ricochet almost already. Let's see what they can do. It's charged down. Maybe a break on here for France if they can get possession. Oh, they can't. The referee was up very, very close. Went to ground. Robust from the number 27. Make sure we got, could do. 5 gone, 7 aside. Oh, that's nice. An even better save. Turn away a vicious shot. And really tries to get himself out of a little bit of a hole. Can't do so, Marino. Ball played short across the area. Italy pressing down over top with two colours. Colours of France and Italy out there.
Yeah, this is something we don't typically see every day, right? 6 minutes in, already a secret card activated on the Italian side. And just to reiterate those rules, right?
This one
Between
ricochets
minute
to
5
safety.
to 17, 23 to...
Start player, what number?
Cards are out.
Star player.
Goals, 11 assists in split one of the Kings League in Italy. So, you know, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If Italy want to shoot for the stars in this competition, they're going to need Perotti to perform. And certainly if he scores a goal now, it'll help the Italians in that sense.
Opening match day here in the Kings League.
And of course, a very, very important mention right here for UNICEF that works in more than 190 countries to protect and improve the lives of the most vulnerable children, ensuring health, education, and protection from violence, conflict, and poverty.
8 minutes gone. Opening match.
Nice little layoff there.
Each other so far. There's a little bit of jostling inside. First corner for France. See what they can do. It's tipped inside the air. The volley was hit with some venom, but well off target in the end.
We're going to see how things are going to play out over the next 10 or so minutes. And of course, all eyes on the number 10 Perotti. Just to reiterate to our viewers, if he scores, it'll count as a double goal.
More opportunities for sides to get those double goals. This is Perotti, and he slides it in, bang on cue.
Right as I said it.
Right foot finish. Occasions as he just glided through the challengers and put the ball underneath the keeper. But this one, Anthony, looks legit. It's a worldwide appeal, the King's Universe. Yet to see the quirks of this format. We've seen the star player card used very efficiently. Here come France, chance for an equaliser, and it's stabbed home. Nice little turn, Martins it was, inside the area. Wasn't picked up, and that's next door to us, a familiar face there.
Yes.
Just a little bit of space here for the turn and shot.
Yes, sloppy piece of defending there from Italy. France have nothing to do with it, and they really pounced on that opportunity. Lovely control, lovely turn.
Exactly here in Sao Paulo. What is it they are looking for here?
Okay, very clear. Okay,
Was that a foul?
No, quick.
Yeah, a little bit of contact on the standing foot, perhaps.
You know, John, if you ask me, I think that's enough for a foul.
Check complete.
It just sinks live and direct from the Trident Arena in Sao Paulo, Brazil. France, after a shaky start, starting to grow here. That's a wild effort. Almost into the north stand.
All goals between minutes 17 and 20 are worth double.
We have seen a double goal already, of course. Now, slick move here, nice finish.
Block.
That smash onto the metal stanchion. Just pinging this ball across the area. Keeper, in fact, a 2-goal lead for the Italians, but only one effort on goal. That from their star special card. Again, the number 22 is the target man down the centre. Scoring once, but his goal counting for 2 as the special card player. For me, nothing. Period when any goal, as you've already said, counts double.
Yeah, 17 minutes, Italy slightly superior. We're not going to lie to our viewers across the world and say that this has been an excellent first half thus far, because it really hasn't. Italy have been slightly the better team, but slightly the better team up until they scored that goal. Matteo Perotti. After that, France started to charge of this French squad. All goals count double. Remember, no added time. That's an important rule as well. And the color of the ball changes. Sorry to interrupt you, John. Now it's orange.
Yeah, France in their white strip here against the Italians in their more traditional blue. Here he is on the keeper, Gili. Almost away by the Italians.
The edge of his seat, he's almost jumping onto the field. He wants to get in there.
The World Cup winner, 36 caps to his name. Now president of the France side. And that's a real whiz-bang of a shot. Hit with a lot of pace, and this time the keeper just palms behind it. France prodding and probing, and again coming close.
Great reflex from the Italian goalkeeper Vittorio Gili. Gets a glove to it. Not quite sure whether that...
Here they come again! Again, the acrobatics from the French. Well, by 7 goals to 1, that really is hard for the Brazilians as the dice comes in.
Yeah,
the logo.
So it'll be 1v1. This is a very important moment here. The dice being rolled by Stage right from the Brazil booth.
And the ball to be dropped from the ceiling. And you're going to see a lot of very, very quick changes here. Italy have already made one, so the tactics of maybe getting a tall player, try to win the ball initially. But this is where we expect more goals, and Perotti's great footwork creates that opening for himself. And Italy find the back of the net right from kickoff at the start of the second half. Wonderful footwork, but a bright start again from the Italians.
Yeah, talk about the star man, talk about the difference maker. Matteo Perotti, the number 10, and he's got 3 goals as well. He's shooting high in that top scorer race.
It was the balance. Well, a very good chance here for the number 10 to add to his total. We know how wonderful his footwork are. He doesn't need it as he drills this one in. And those 4 goals, all struck by the number 10 shirt. Now we're just...
Yeah, lovely left-footed finish. It had the power, it had the pace, it had the placement as well, and he really took advantage of the fact that the French goalkeeper didn't quite come off from this. They have time.
Time, although the odds are against them. They need something early. He could get something here. Terrific stop. Driven straight in.
Guillaume Lesec, because right after I said that, he's out for injury as well. So now there's a player in goal.
The kiss of death from Anthony Wells, striking early.
Yeah, I certainly hope not.
Referee well positioned. Don't forget that we are scaling up. But this is an opportunity for France. He's stumbling forward. It's a nice touch from the keeper. Chidoni on that occasion. Now a chance here to kill it, perhaps. And put away with aplomb, and Italy are starting to walk away with this one.
The number 11, he's got the speed. We saw that earlier, but now we're learning he also has the finish. 1v1, ice running through his veins.
France in their white kit against Italy, and the French taking a little bit of a pounding here this afternoon. 2 halves of 20 minutes. Here come the Italians, and they are running away with it. I think their heads have dropped now for the French. Every time they're in on goal, the French.
Yeah, lovely finish there from Simone Lofaso. He did count on a certain amount of luck, right? It went underneath the goalkeeper, took a deflection, and it really is just not France's day.
We wonder, what's the quality? What can we expect from this man from the penalty spot? Looks confident enough.
And I can see from up here, he's got his socks on.
Yeah, we saw this in the practice matches yesterday. Players taking their boots off, players lifting up the kicking leg of a tracksuit bottoms. Let's see how good he is. Steps forward, and that's not by the penalty. Straight down the centre. And he'll milk it as he's mobbed by the Italians. He's getting more joy and more love. Well, I suppose that's what happens when you're the president of anything.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job there. Right-footed finish, had the power, the placement, the height.
Kept his cap on as well, almost fell off. He gets the encouragement from his French side.
Ooh, I don't know about you, John. He seemed pretty tall from my standards. Big guy.
Yeah, he's got the Fortnite shirt on. Of course, Fortnite's heavily connected with us. And the King's Universe. Great game if you've never played it. He's got his boots on. He's got the focus there as well as he got the finish. Well, there's the answer. A little bit of egg on the French faces. They cannot get off the score sheet, and he's going to come back to be able to pick up what he has to say for himself in the booth next to us. But it's hit with venom. Was that fingertips? Was that a fingertip stop to send it onto the crossbar? Off he goes down coming up the stairs. From that fuzzy angle,
maybe that ball bounced in.
Followed here by the Italians. I mean, still a long way to go.
We still have, what, a little less than 13 minutes for...
But you never know.
But who am I to say it can't be done?
Well, that was almost sneaky from the Italians. I think France, really, they don't want to finish the opener without Solsbeck.
Yeah, and just a quick correction.
Missing a penalty. And the Italians trying to do a little bit of showboating here. You can't blame them, as there was a little bit of contact. Let's wait for the replay, as ever.
The French goalkeeper in this situation, but we can definitely see, right, John, the Italians a lot lighter on the ball, right? They're able to work it easier and just get closer to the French goal faster as well.
I'm not so sure about the contact. Oh, whisker, isn't it, really? It's theatrics for the third time.
And Alessandro Gelsi, the number 23, out for a couple of minutes.
Let's see if France can sneak themselves a goal here. As Italy try to break. Anthony, my big question always is, see the Italians clear it with relative ease. Played onto the far side, but overhit.
Most of the contact there, even though it's a slight contact, they want to make the most of it to try and perhaps get a yellow card. And guess what, John? The strategy worked. Because Alessandro Gelsi is out for another, what, a minute and 40 seconds.
The percentage you have with the ball, it's what you do with it, really. Although, statistically, if we're going to go back to stats, sides who have more possession do tend to win more matches.
That was exactly the philosophy of Pep Guardiola, right? If you don't have the ball, you can't score on me.
Changed and is changing at all levels of the match, including the King's Universe. Stadium, which opened the World Cup in Brazil, in the end it was Corinthians' brand new arena which did that. But as you said, a lot of the big stars from around the world go to the Allianz Parque. Here come Italy again, looking for more goals just to roll. That sometimes when there's a show on, Palmeiras get hoofed out of their own home and have to play down the road.
Yep, at Arena Barueri.
Which is a little different, nice little place, as this one is hit low and a good stop. The man who was rolling around in theatrics, a long throw out from him. 29 on the clock. Oh, but it looks like it's drifted away from the French. Well, angled shot straight at the keeper. Some confusion inside the area. But Italy largely untroubled so far this afternoon and may get something else on the back here. It's unselfish from Pirotti on that occasion. Well, he could have gone. And it's a double goal and score another. Does it count as a hat-trick? Do you feel that's a real hat-trick? Or do you feel that's a system giving you? As here comes the Italians again, and surely now, and it is easy. So easy. What we think should be goal number 8 for the Azzurri.
From the number 30, Nicolo Marino. Calm, cool, collected. One touch to control it, the second touch to just tap it in. Easy goal. The 8th for the
legit goals in inverted commas. So
what do you call it? A poker? When you score 4 goals, right? Poker.
I'm into hat tricks.
Hat trick plus 1. We'll call it a hat trick plus 1.
Well, here come the French side again. It's just been a joyless Saudi, Chile, Netherlands, USA, Japan, of course, Brazil, Spain to round things up later. Italians. And maybe the heads have really dropped as everyone moves back, and Italy denied. We've had a lot of balls in the back of the net. Will we get another one here? Keepers committed. A lot of goals, a lot of balls. Very rarely do you see any kind of really harsh and hard and unfair challenges. Saying that, there's a long way to go and tensions will rise.
A minute and a half now before we enter match ball mode.
Disasters have this one wrapped up.
France just might have a chance at a consolation goal during match ball mode.
That chance disappears for now at least. Stabbed delicately forward. But Colombo couldn't add to his 1 so far. France desperate to get off the despite their commanding lead, Italy still have to put that ball in the back of the net.
And just important to explain to our viewers, right, John, in the beginning of the game, we had the scale up. Now it's the scale down, right? So after every minute that goes by, you see the small timer there just to the right. A player on each side will be exiting the field, and that just might give the French a chance to at least score a goal. It'd be the easiest vote in history, right? I mean, 7 goals, 1 player scored 4. So,
well, here they come. Chance now to tip it in, and it's out.
Yeah, the effort there from Simone Lofaso looking for his second goal, gently touching the crossbar.
And France get that consolation.
Yeah, impressive to see. Still 0% there on Perotti. He would be my vote, of course.
Maybe Geely and co got the family members voting. Yellow card flashed on the far side.
He's going to be out for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah, we're talking earlier on that most of the cards dished out in this tournament have been for shirt pulling. Very rarely do we see it in this sport. We've seen him do it before. It's easier said than done. This is the moment, and it just drills it into the back of the net. And the Italians celebrate a significant win over France by 8 goals to 0. France